It's fun to be the President of the United States, I would say. Yes. ERIN Elmore is with us, campaign spokesperson for President Trump. ERIN, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
You keep up with this president? I mean, it's live action, non-stop.
Non-stop, and I love it.
Well, who doesn't?
I mean, he's actually getting things done.
Hold on a second. Is that an Ivanka Trump outfit? I don't mean to digress too far from the...
It's actually not that far from what's going on in the news. This is an Ivanka Trump dress. And I just read, actually, before I came on air with you, there's a workout class that I've actually been to. Ivanka went yesterday, I believe, under a pseudonym. And the woman that owns the gym said, I don't want people like you here. So you know what?
What? You're kidding me.
No, I'll get you guys some more information. But to be honest, I've been to that gym, and I'm not going anymore.
That's outrageous.
Yeah, so this is an Ivanka dress. I feel like I should be supporting her. And I think that people like Nordstrom's and these gyms are getting partisan. Shame on them.
I believe that there was a fashion event. I'm not sure where it was. And Ivanka was there. New York Fashion Week is
Tiffany
what happened.
Trump.
Right? It was Tiffany.
And people wouldn't sit next to her. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Absurd.
It's insulting and it's wrong.
Childish.
Well,
it's
aren't
childish, but it's beyond that. It's very, very aggressive.
Aren't the liberals are all about inclusion and loving everyone?
Supposedly, yeah.
Can you imagine if someone had refused to sit next to Michelle Obama?
Oh my gosh!
For whatever
outrage.
Outrage.
Immediately, you would have been a racist. You would have been murdered. You're done. You can't do that. But let me move on before I get to my blood pressure gets too high. Now, at the top of the show, at the top of this hour, I was talking about these EPA bureaucrats who are actively, in my opinion, undermining the president by calling senators saying, hey, don't put Scott Pruitt at the EPA. Let's stop it. I don't think they're supposed to do that. I think it's wrong.
I think it's very wrong. He's about to inherit 15,000 hostile employees, and 800 former employees of the EPA have been writing letters saying, hey, don't confirm him. I think it's absolutely ridiculous, and all of this partisan politics is just getting out of control. And you know he's going to get through. This has been completely contentious, but the numbers are just not lining up for him not...
Yes, but if he gets through it, and Scott Pruitt will be voted on today for confirmation, and he will probably become the EPA, the administrator of the Environmental Protection Agency. He'll get there. But if he's got to work with this level of hostility from his own bureaucracy, I mean, he can be sabotaged big time from the inside. And you cannot fire these people. You can't get rid of them.
And we're the ones that are paying, our taxes are paying their salary, correct? Yeah,
well, I mean, surely this means that there's going to be a very difficult time for Scott Pruitt to accomplish what he wants to accomplish within the EPA. And that's wrong, but it's going to take time to do it.
And who wants that job? God bless him. I mean, this is not going to be easy or fun for him. He's really has a big job ahead of him. I read an interesting article on The Hill this morning talking about a lot of liberals think that the EPA is meant to hug trees and make every puddle a national water reserve. That's not really why our EPA is here. It's to uphold the laws that are enacted by Congress. It's not just, it doesn't just mean, you know, so I think there's a big misconception about what it really means to have a job at the EPA.
Well, let me refer specifically to what you're talking about there. You're talking about the Waters of the U.S. rule.
Correct.
They haven't put it into place yet. The EPA wants to put it into place. Now, I own a farm in upstate New York. If that rule, Waters of the U.S., if that had got into effect, any rock within 20 yards of any stream on my property, I have to ask the government's permission to move that rock.
It's absurd.
Yes.
And the red tape that's going to create?
I mean,
the backlog?
You imagine, have you any idea what it's like to ask permission from a government bureaucrat who sits maybe 50 miles away, and you've got to have a study done of how you're going to move that rock and where you're going to move that rock to?
Well, it's going to create a big government. That's what Republicans don't want. There's no way that's going to pass. It's absurd. Every puddle is not... You know.
We're very glad to hear you say that, ERIN.
Thank you. Well, it's true.
You may be back on this program.
I may be.
Yes, you may be if you're not careful. ERIN, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
President Trump says